This video will show you how to establish the list of zoning jurisdictions your team will be working on in the National Zoning Atlas editor. What we talk about in this video corresponds to Part 2C of the How to Make a Zoning Atlas guide. Usually, a team leader will be in charge of this task. We'll walk you through the 3 steps in this process. First, identifying your state's or region's jurisdictions. Second, naming and listing them in a spreadsheet. And third, claiming them in the editor. As a reminder, in order to claim jurisdictions, you will need to have previously made an account in the editor. To do so, go to edit.zoningatlas.org. First, you'll need to identify your state or region's jurisdictions. Jurisdictions are places like cities, towns, and even counties that might have zoning in the region or state you have chosen to tackle. The National Zoning Atlas team has developed a list of potential jurisdictions for every state in the county and every county in each state. However, don't just take our word for it. You'll need to verify the list that we provide. You might first review the state's zoning enabling law. That's the statute that says which types of jurisdictions can zone. From there, you can find a list of those jurisdictions from the state government. Oftentimes, the state GIS office has this list, or sometimes it can be found with the Secretary of State or the state's tax office. As you compile your list, we want you to remember one thing. At this stage, you're looking for all the jurisdictions in your area, whether they have zoning or not. You'll determine whether they have zoning at a later stage. Now you're ready to write down each jurisdiction name. This seems like an easy step, but it's crucial to get this right. This is because the jurisdiction names visible on the Atlas map will appear as you type them here. Also, the name field allows us to match jurisdiction names for updates to the status map. The status map is our internal map tracking all the potential zoning jurisdictions that we think exist, and all the jurisdictions that our teams are working on. As you list names, put them in a spreadsheet where the county name is the first column and the jurisdiction name is the second column. You'll see why this is important later when we show you how to import the list you've made. Make sure to double check the spelling of the jurisdiction. Watch for typos. A public user of the Atlas won't be able to easily find the jurisdiction if it's misspelled in the editor. We also won't be able to match it to our master list of jurisdiction names that we use for the status map. To be sure we've got the best quality information, the first rule is to keep it simple. Remove all type of government words, like City of in City of New York, or Village of in Village of Euclid, from the jurisdiction name. However, this rule has 2 exceptions. The first exception is when you have 2 identically named jurisdictions within the same county, where one place has one type of government, but the other place has another. In this scenario, put the government type in parentheses following the jurisdiction name. The second exception is if the county is the zoning authority. Put the name of the county as the name of the jurisdiction, including government type words like county or parish. You might come across what we call a submunicipal jurisdiction. These are public or private places that are not typical municipalities. They are smaller than a municipality, and they are located entirely within the bounds of a municipality. In the event you come across a submunicipal jurisdiction, meaning a jurisdiction within another one, you won't need to add any additional labeling to its name. Just make sure you've indicated a parent jurisdiction in the appropriate field. Now that you've compiled your list of jurisdictions, it's time to claim them in the editor. Once you claim a jurisdiction, no other Atlas team can work on it. If you're a new team starting out, it's recommended to import jurisdictions directly from the spreadsheet you created, rather than claim them one at a time. Otherwise, you'll add them one by one. From the editor homepage, click Import on the menu bar. Under Jurisdictions, click Claim New Jurisdictions. In the fields prompted, select your team name and select your state. Next, locate your list of jurisdictions. Copy the columns County and Jurisdiction Name. Navigate back to the Editor Import page and paste the columns in the table provided. Now you can click Claim New Jurisdictions. Success! Now you can begin inputting zoning districts. But first, here's some answers to common questions. What might happen if you forget to add a jurisdiction, or if you learn there's a new jurisdiction you didn't know about before? You can repeat the previous steps with your additional jurisdiction data, whether you have one or several jurisdictions to add. Jurisdictions you have already added will not be overwritten or altered by new jurisdiction data. What if you encounter a jurisdiction located in multiple counties? If so, pick the county that covers the largest amount of the jurisdiction. In this example, Austin, Texas overlaps Travis, Williamson, and Hayes counties, but the majority of Austin is in Travis County. Therefore, the correct county selection is Travis County. What if you already started collecting data in a spreadsheet as per version 1 of the how-to guide? Teams that were working before the editor tool was released may already have their data collected in spreadsheets. To import this data, return to the import page and click the Import Jurisdictions Attributes button. Follow the instructions carefully. That's it! Now you're all set to create zoning districts for the jurisdictions you just claimed. If you run into any trouble, please click the Help button at the top of the page to get in touch with the team. Thanks for joining this tutorial for the National Zoning Atlas.